Yo, Shalom Akim, your brother Raz Allah from GMS London Camp. First and foremost, give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double orders unto the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Blessings unto the sincere Akim around the four winds. Just some breaking news. I'm not sure how real this article is. This could be some fake news article, but on a current news website, basically they're saying that Monday, the June 12th, 2017, that there's been a bill being passed by the US government to microchip disabled people without consent. What's that going into? That mandatory RFID chip system, man. The image of the beast is coming to pass, man. That new pit. The word system means pit. That imagery has been pushed forth, man. And now we're in a time where these devils are going to start mandating things and forcing their new system on the peoples, man, without their consent. I was going to read part of the article. I'll put it up in the description box. And I got this article from a brother that put it up in the WhatsApp chat. So, it's definitely relevant, but I don't know how accurate or if this has actually been put in place yet. It says, though the bill only targets those with conditions such as Alzheimer's and autism, critics say the bill passes will open the Pandora's box of invasive government surveillance. So we're definitely in that time. They're going to be passing these new legislations, especially because of all these false flag attacks that are happening. It's giving them credence to do such things, man. We're in that time, man, with Jacob's trouble. It says 6 years ago, NBC Nightly News boldly predicted that Americans would be fitted with RFID chip microchips by the year 2017. If brothers remember that video up on the YouTube, it says, though at the time NBC's prediction seemed far-fetched, the House recently passed a bill that would bring a microchipped populace closer to reality before the year ends. It says last Thursday, the House passed the H.R. 4919, also known as the Kevin and Avantes law. Brothers want to look that up. It says which would allow the U.S. Attorney General to award grants to law enforcement for the creation of and operation of locative tracking technology programs. So it says though the program's missing is to find individuals with forms of dementia or children with developmental disabilities who have wandered from safe environments. It provides no restriction on the tracking program's inclusion of other individuals. It says the bill would also require the Attorney General to work with the Secretary of Health and Human Services and unnamed health organizations to establish the best practices for the use of the tracking devices. So that medical system is going to be intrinsic for them to push this RFID chip system. What they're doing now, man, they're using that medical field. Like over here, you got the National Health Service, the NHS, and that's going to be a big stage for them to push that RFID chip system over here, man. It's part of that non-consent, and it's going to be made mandatory, man. Yeah, these scriptures ain't a joke, man. These things are living in color, and the Lord said these things must needs comes to pass, man. So, brothers, is in that time, man. Get ready for the rude awakening that's going to hit the peoples. 2/3 of these niggas out there, and brothers that's in the faith, just got to stay strong, man. Stay sober-minded, in this truth, man. Get ready for the wiles of the devil, man. You got to keep this armor on, which is the faith and the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, to the end. It says those in support of the legislation maintain that such programs will prevent tragedies where those of mental and cognitive disabilities wandered into dangerous circumstances. It says yet others have called these good intentions good. These ain't no good intentions, man. This is some satanic Luciferian, dystopian state that these devils are trying to push on the peoples, man. A bad place, man. Because that word dystopia means a bad place. This ain't no utopia, man. This ain't no good. These devils don't have good intentions for the people. They want to put, specifically you Jakes, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, tribes out there, they want to put you back into hardcore slavery, man. by way of this RFID chip system, man, where they can track and monitor your movements everywhere you go, and everything that comes in and out of your pockets, man. It says, others have called these good intentions a Trojan horse for the expansion of a Northern American police state, which it is going to be, and says, as the bill's language could be very broadly interpreted. And that's what they want to do, man. They want to unify everything right now, all these governments, make it one world, man. And as I said, part of that Albert Pike plan was they said they were going to use these things, like false flag attacks and wars, to push this agenda forth, man. And they was going to use, fear tactics on the peoples, all the abkeo, to make all these legislations and shit come to pass for them to, have the people basically in fear and loyally, like not loyally, but well, you could say just basically trust in their government, man, and take any plan of, legislation or new system that they decree, which is this is what these devils are doing right now, because they've got all the people in in that fair premise, man, type spirit, where they're trusting in their damn government for all their answers, man, instead of the Lord, especially you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, who are the Lord's chosen people. It says, while this initiative may hold noble intentions, small and temporary programs in the name of safety and security often evolve into permanent and enlarged bureaucracies that infringe on American people's freedoms, like brothers have been going into for the longest, man, of human rights. They're gonna take away those privileges, basically, man. Because that's where it is, a privilege on this side to even have so-called human rights, man. Because this devil can basically want to take it away from the peoples any which how he can. And it says that is exactly what we have here. It says a safety problem exists for the people with Alzheimer's, autism, and other mental health issues. So the fix, we are told, is to have a Department of Justice start a tracking program so we can use the device to method to track these individuals 24/7. Says Representative Louis Gorman, RTX, said in the floor speech opposing the bill. So these devils are on it, man. And they're trying to use this medical system or the medical field to try and, as a means to an end, man, basically, man, to enforce this chip. And so in that time, man, it's not a joke. The scripture said, small and great, rich and bond, free and bond. And everyone's going to have to take this chip, man. The men of the Lord ain't going to take this damn chip. It says in Revelations, the 20th chapter, the men that was beheaded for the faith, And then Revelations 14:9, it tells you the Lord's going to destroy us if you do take this chip, man. But, as I said, the men of the Lord, they ain't going to be induced or enticed to take this chip, no matter what, man. Whether they go put man in concentration camps or give man the straight guillotine or whatever, man. We've got to be faithful unto death, as the scriptures say, man. And the Lord's going to be with his men in that hour of temptation anyhow. So we just got to keep the faith, man, because this is the Lord's movie at the end of the day. And if we want to get out of this damn hellhole, this God-forsaken place known as Babylon the Great, these things must come to pass, man, for us to get delivered, man. But anyway, I'm going to close out, but, this is, as I said, we're in that time, man. So, brothers, stay strong in the spirit. We're almost out of here, man. Keep praying and watching and praying, man, for our salvation. Yeah, with that, I want to close out, give all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Until next time, I say Shalom.